Hey, I'm Sasha Evdokov, founder of Rise to Learn, and in this video, I want to share with you how long you should spend on analyzing a stock chart. Now, before we get into that, here's a question for you. How long does it take for you to purchase a vehicle or a car? How about on buying your favorite ice cream, something that costs less than $5 and something that you're very familiar with? Chances are you probably spend a greater amount of time making the decision to purchase a car or a vehicle because it costs so much more. Not to mention you don't understand the purchase as much. It's not a repeatable purchase because the car is new. There's a lot new technology in it. There's new fancy gimmicks that are inside the car. Now on the flip side, if you're looking to purchase ice cream, something that costs $5, and something that you're familiar with, something that you've tasted before, something that you've tried before, and it's just a consumable good that you're looking to restock, it may take you less than 10 seconds. Now the same principle applies to analyzing a stock chart. If you have been watching, let's say, Apple for the last 5 or 10 years, you probably have a good feel to how the company moves. You probably have a good feeling to how the company trades and what's going on with the stock chart. So it might only take you 10 to 15 seconds, maybe a minute at the most, to figure out what's happening with the company if you spend every day looking at that chart for a minute or two. Now on the flip side, if you haven't spent a lot of time and it's a brand new company that you've never heard of before or never seen before, it may take you 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe even half an hour to really look at the stock chart, analyze it, see where the trend is, and get a feel for how it's moving and acting. Now, one thing you want to be really careful of is over-analysis, analysis paralysis. And by that is if you over-analyze a stock chart, meaning if you're normally analyzing a stock chart for 10 or 15 minutes at most, and now on this next one you're spending 45 minutes, maybe an hour and a half, that's over-analyzing a stock chart. Instead, scratch that chart, throw it away, and come back to it in a couple days. Let the chart set up, let it show you the direction, because you don't know if it's gonna go up, if it's gonna go down, or if it's gonna stay where it is. So you have a 33.3% chance of getting things right. So why force the trade? Why push to really try and figure things out? You're trying to be efficient in this business. So constantly looking for new setups, constantly looking for appropriate setups or things you're comfortable with and things you're familiar with. If you're trying to figure out a stock company that you have no clue what's going on with, then you might want to spend some little quick moments, and if you see it quickly, then by all means trade it. But if you don't see the trend, if you don't see what's happening with the company, if you don't see what's going on with the volume, the price, the action, the behavior, then let it go, move on. There's plenty of other companies, and just stick to the familiar ones that you know. Me personally, I stick to the companies that I know. There's maybe 10 or 20 companies that I know very well. The other ones, if I stumble across some great patterns, then I'll trade them. Otherwise, I let them go. So, just like choosing your next ice cream flavor, you could go with the risky ice cream, or you could go with something that's familiar. If you go with something that's a lot more risky, then you might struggle with a bad taste in your mouth. And the same thing with stock trading. Don't take a chance with your money. Instead, go with something that's consistent. Go with something that you're comfortable with. Go with something that tastes good. And that way you'll be more consistent in your trades. For me, I trade the same companies over and over again. It's how I familiarize myself with them. And it may sound boring, but that's what brings in the consistent profits. Thanks for watching. I'm Sasha Evdokov, and if you liked this video, remember to share it on your favorite social media platform. And remember that you can see more great videos like this one at tradersfly.com, where I actually also have some great courses about the fundamentals of stock trading and the psychology of stock trading and how you can take your trading to the next level. Thanks again, and remember to do what you love, contribute to others, and most importantly, live life abundantly.